Hello, my YouTubers. This is Roy back again. Alrighty, I'm just gonna say NASCAR. So, in the gist of having two coils only so far, I can't keep it running on its own. I have to get it started, and it runs for a lot longer time than just spinning it without the coils. And you'll hear it trying to do it. So I'm making different tests. I had two coils here, and those one was here and one was here, and the front core was real close for a heavy induction, but you could feel the whole table rattle. So I said, well, let me move these out and get more of a distance. So that's about an inch. That's about an inch. And what I'm doing here is I'm moving out the coil, and I'm getting a little better results. So that's got me thinking, but I'm thinking outside of that as well. So I want to do each experiment at a time and not confuse them all, and only change one thing at a time, so I know where to make adjustments by not confusing myself by doing a couple things at a time. So first of all, for it, I had one here and one here, and they were close in proximity, and they both were pushing at the same time. These two were spread out halfway through. I'm seeing better results, and they're also both pushing at the same time. So I said, well, maybe, what if I offset that one from this one and have it like in the middle here? So this one's pushing when they're both at rest. So there's this point of time right here between these two all the way around where the whole machine's at rest, and that's almost like having one PMH versus two PMHs. So if I split the difference, the only thing is when this is firing, the induction of just the iron to the magnet is going to be a negative towards this positive, I would say. But that's a test I have to check. So I just said to myself, well, there's one more thing. Since I'm getting better results when I move the coil closer, I'm now looking at the coil and I'm saying, you know what? To me, this is just a waste of wire. I know I need this wire, one for the trigger and one for the prime mover, but it's spread out too much. So my electromagnetic field strength is going to be here in the middle. And I'm just wasting the magnetic flux that's focused in the middle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewind one of these. Probably both, but I'll do one at a time. And I'm going to wind it all the way close up front. So the thing is basically, I like to have it like my finger wide. So everything is concentrated up front. So that makes the dipole tighter. To me, it would be more pressure in that tightness. As far as the electromagnetic field's condensed, and we can still move this out a little bit if we need to. But I think this 1 inch is perfect because it's not too much induction. But there's enough there if that's a magnetic strength. For instance, let me grab. Where's a magnet? I have a magnet here. So, I don't want that. So you can see where that and that are close in proximity, but can I come up here and push it? Look. So if you look at the gap, I'm breaking the field of what's there. And sort of creating a sine wave. And that sine wave, perfect when I just make a circle. That's north to north. So as long as you come in the right spot. Alrighty. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and fire it up. You can hear it. Lights are flashing, right? Okay, let's get some speed to it and see how long it holds up the speed, then we'll lower it down a little bit. Lights are flashing. You can hear it. Well, you'll see how long it'll spin for itself. So both batteries are getting thrown into it. I don't think it's getting a current based on a couple things. One would be the alligator clip wires, which I should ditch those. See the heartbeat. You see it slowing down, but it's chugging. You can hear it. You see how it's flashing. So I want to put these out of phase, and that's what I meant by moving one coil over. And see how that is. So that'll be the next test. You guys, as soon as it stops, stay posted. Where that light just went on and off. Now the induction between the cores is very faint. But not too faint. Just enough T's. You see that? So that's still attracted to that core, Leave your comments. I'm going to move these out of phase.